Ten across. Constitution. Constitution. Perfect.
Can I take these, Mr. H?
Oh, yes, thank you, Miss Lupin.
Now, I'm not one to complain, but he has been in my kitchen fiddling.
Fiddling?
It's not good enough. And more toast?
Oh, no, thank you. That's quite sufficient. Lovely morning, Miss Lupin.
I haven't had time to notice the morning. What with him in my kitchen fiddling and talking in the foreign.
Talking in the foreign? I'll have a quiet word.
A quiet word? He needs a loud word. Will that be all, Mr. H?
Yes, thank you, Miss Lupin.
In my kitchen, talking in the foreign.
Buenas noches!
Morning.
Da 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 da! Ole!
Can we please have a bit more decorum at this time of the morning? Why are you wearing that stupid hat?
I'm getting into the holiday mood.
Behaving like that on the seafront at Clacton will get yourself arrested.
I'm not going to Clacton this year, see?
Not going to Clacton?
No, this year I thought I'd go continental to sunny Spain, or Espanol as the locals call it. Ole!
Well, I'd check your phrase book before you go. One of snatches means good night, not good morning.
The night is when it all happens out there, you see.
It'll be no use for you. You're snoring your head off by the 10 o'clock news. And I've had complaints about your language from my staff.
Your staff? Language? You mean her that comes and does for you? You've always had ideas above your station, you have.
She said you've been fiddling in her kitchen. What have you been doing?
I'm only grinding me beans for this morning's coffee. You know real coffee comes from beans, don't you? Not a jar you get from the co-op.
I know that. Grinding beans. No wonder Miss Lupin said you were fiddling.
Have you had the submarine?
No, I have not had the submarine. And for your information, it's a Wednesday when I have 2 boiled eggs.
I bet she's had it for that noisy nephew.
Got some competition there.
Wednesday? Boiled eggs? You've got yourself into a right rut, you have.
I like some semblance of order in my days.
You'll be trogging off to your old haunts again, Fortnight in Bognor Regis.
I don't trug anywhere. I have my usual reservation at the Dorchester every year.
Why'd you tell everybody you stay at the Dorchester when all you do is stay at Mrs. Miggins's guest house in Dorchester Street, Bognor?
It's better than that guest house you moan about every year in Clacton.
I have a sea view, whereas you have to look through the bathroom window. Suppose you'll be posing on the train in first class again? Get away with it?
I always travel first class when I go by train.
You were nearly oiked off last year when the ticket man found you with a second class ticket.
There's a problem with one of those newfangled ticket machines.
Chance your arm, you mean? What's that smell? Is your staff got the dinner on already?
What on earth are you doing?
Making coffee. Real coffee from beans, you know?
I know. But why coffee? You've drank or rather slurped tea for years.
I've told you. I'm going continental. You can keep your tea.
What do they eat for breakfast in España?
They have, what do you think? Continental breakfast.
I prefer good old English breakfast. Toast, marmalade, and a pot of real English tea.
English tea? That's been halfway round the world before it gets into your pot.
That's as may be. English tea in the morning, then I stroll to the pavilion and take my Earl Grey in the afternoon.
And why is it that you take tea when everybody else just drinks it?
It's a matter of breeding.
Highfalutin more like. Don't you think you're getting into a bit of a rut? Same thing year after year.
I have no intention of changing my lifestyle now. España. Why don't they call it by its proper name? Spain.
I'm not going to Spain this year. I just thought I'd wind you up. It'll be too hot for me there. I'm going to Bognor instead.
Bognor? You won't get in at the Dorchester. It'll be fully booked by now. What is that smell?
There is a dinner smell. I'm going to book in at the plaza on the Esplanade. A room with a sea view.
You won't get in at the plaza. There are men on the doors with top hats.
They can have men with pointy hats on for all I care. My money's as good as anyone else's.
Clearly standards are slipping everywhere these days.
Yeah, you just mention my name at the plaza and there you'll be able to take your afternoon tea in real style.
No, thank you. I'll stay with the pavilion. What is that smell?
Mr. H, it's really not good enough. I told you he had been in my kitchen, fiddling with his fads. Look, he's mixed my tins up. I could have made the gravy out of coffee granules.
So what's he got in his coffee mug?
My gravy browning, probably.
Oh, that's horrible. Tastes like gravy.
Gravy brownie. If you can't tell the difference between gravy powder and coffee, they'll never let you into the Bognor Plaza.
Serves you right, fiddling in my kitchen. You could have poisoned us all.
You best stick to Clacton, slurping your Thai-foo, and leave those that appreciate taking their Earl Grey to the peace and tranquillity of Royal Bognor Regis.
More tea, Mr. H?